South Africa versus South Korea. Game week 3 on Thursday, 3 a.m. Some of us are going to be up for that game. Welcome back to the test line. Welcome back to the pod. This is your boy Mshini again. It's the last game, supposedly, for the World Cup if we don't win. So a lot of things are very concerning in terms of how we approach this game. A lot of nerves because South Korea, for me, out of the top three that we've played, is going to be, I feel, the most difficult game that we can play. As much as we have lost the first game in the worst way possible, I think this game will test us in terms of resolve, attacking wise, defending wise, and everything that we have built so far. And Mukwena is not even there. Our important player is not even there. Indaba kaZwane ayicaci. The appeal hasn't, we haven't heard any responses from there. So the players that we have is what we have. So before I go into it, please don't forget to like, subscribe. If you catch on to this video, please share it. Help the algorithm to share to more people like yourself so we can grow the channel. So yes, Mzansi, look, we've put ourselves in these kind of positions. We've put ourselves in this position where either it's a make it or break it. We either win this and we become heroes of our own story. We've put the past behind us. We drew against Czechia. We managed to come back from a very impossible position where it looked like our tournament was done. And now we've given ourselves a lifeline. It's up to us. But what I want to be able to talk about the most, starting with who can we expect to give us problems? Now, South Korea, for me, in terms of my research, defense-wise, there's a guy, Kim Min Jae. I think I could call him. He plays for Bayern Munich. So they possess a bit of quality in each and every position. That's this defensive line that he's a noticeable or notable face that we can get worried about. There's a guy from PSG, I forgot his name. There's another guy who plays for Feyenoord. His name is Hwang Min Shea or Hwang Min Jo, I believe. So that's one of the guy that, for me, he makes that midfield tick. So that's the name that I think Madala could be worried about, and the analysts could be analyzing in terms of who can we close in that midfield. And strike, obviously, Song Heung-min is not a stranger to the football world. Played in the Premier League, is now playing for the MLS. It's not the same quality, but he give him a sniff of a chance, he can punish us. And this is where the problems start for some of us, because at most we've conceded in the first 10 minutes, the first two games. So that's where maybe we are struggling to understand that, okay, we can have a formation, try to attack. What about the back? Because we cannot lose this game. It's a must win. In terms of permutations and calculators and all these things, it will depend on the fact that if it is a draw, we're already on goal difference of -2. So we have to wait for other games until Friday to know if we've made it or not. But if it's in our hands, it's a must-win game. Now, how Madala is going to set up for me, if I were to be in that boardroom at the moment, I would like to say a 4-2-3-1 formation once. I'd like to see that back, because when Mfokeng came in the second half, we looked lively, we looked more of ourselves. The ball now was fluid, we had more control of the ball, and we could pass it into those passing lines, the half chances. I think the one criticism I have with us having the ball a bit more, we have to be a bit more quicker, and we have to put it into spaces that actually matter. Doesn't hurt the opponent if you just have the ball, but you're not putting into areas that we turn them and we make them worry, make them make mistakes, like the penalty situation. Try to turn them, try to be in the box entries a lot, making them make mistakes. You can get a penalty out of it. So for me, if you do not concede in the first 20 minutes, I think this is where you can see a better game. And maybe this time around, we can actually say with calm that we are going into the tournament. We didn't start well, but in the third game, maybe this is where we redeem ourselves. This is where a game of consequence, the guys actually show up. Yes, we don't have the big names like the rest of the world are expecting us to have, but maybe we can make them understand that having to use homegrown players, there's a bit of quality in our own league development that we are actually have faith in. And this is exactly why we have brought them so far, and they brought themselves into this tournament. So without having Umukwena, if I were to give him a lineup, I'll keep the defensive shape the same. I'll have Adams and Mbata pairing, and I'll have in front of them Umufukeng, giving him his starting berth in the World Cup. However, Reina's just ahead of him because this time we don't have that worry of physicality and height, and I'll keep our police and I'll keep Masego on the left. I'll keep Umremi on standby because our police, if obviously first half still is huffing and puffing, I can bring him in, be more direct, let Masego invert, and maybe give Umremi that room to take on that defense because they play with a back three as well. I think Matala would be concerned about that. So that's for me a wish list in terms of how we can structure ourselves defensively as well. If you have more of the ball, we don't concede early and make less mistakes. I think we can go pound for pound, or at least have Umbogazi mark these guys instead of having to have more defensive structure. I think maybe Ustole, since he's available, we can use him second half. If we can at least get a goal, I think we don't need a high score line here. Just don't have to concede silly goals. And if luck has it, the football gods are with us. Maybe we score an early goal in the first half. I think that will give us the confidence. But there's something I saw again against Czechia. I think that goal, how we celebrated, a lot of people thinking, how can we celebrate a draw? I think it's not really about the result, but it's about the guys haven't looked the same. The stage seems like it's too difficult for us. A lot of pressure has been put on South Africa. The first game wasn't as best because there was a lot of critique and criticism, even from our own country. So it seemed like everything was not going as according to plan. And I think maybe it went into the guys' head. So it looks like a lot of heavy legs there. So that game and that goal, I think it meant a lot in terms of the confidence that we can give to the guys. And maybe with this game, it's a game that they can redeem themselves. So for me, that's how best I can be able to explain um, this whole situation and looking at it and trying to make sense in regards to how the game can turn out for us and how best can we smile and say, look, it hasn't been the worst tournament. Yes, Mexico was a mess up, could have won the Czechia game. And this is the game that we can take. Look, we can't talk a lot about the fact that South Korea, FIFA rankings, what, and they are a better side and all these things. It's a must win game. At the end of the day, we had to win our games, however we do it. But I think the outcry has been for most people was like, let's play our own game and let's lose our own way. I've heard another podcast from, I think, South Korea. These guys are really, really a fan of the national team of South Korea. They were expecting high scores like 4-1, 3-1, and all these things. I don't think we are the worst side for them to consider us to concede with such a high score line. But I do understand they're not familiar with our league. And this is where the passion and the fight is coming from South Africans. They actually believe in their own. And I think this is the right stage for these guys to sell themselves. So for me, that's how I see the game coming out. That's how I see the game panning out. But remember, look, I think the best way forward is to play our own game. But also, we have to be wary and very careful about these guys. These guys are more dangerous than Mexico. I think Mexico, because it's a home game, they're in their home yard, they didn't really punish us or trouble us that much because we also played a different formation and played certain players out of position. So if we chose the right players for the right game, I think that result would have been different, or even the approach of the game and how the game flowed. I don't think we would have conceded the way we did. But it is what it is. And it all depends on how Matala chooses to set up. This is how we see the game, and we feel like maybe the way we set and how we think the players can contribute to our success. And it would depend on the kind of lineup and the approach. But it's all about the guys, how they apply themselves. We are behind them, wishing them all the best. And look, there's no hiding here. If we draw, I think we're going home because there are a lot of teams that are just going to get one win. One win. I saw Algeria won yesterday, so they're part of the top 8 for that third place playoff. If Czechia draw against Mexico as well, Mexico is already qualified for the last 16 or last 32 rather. So those are the kind of things you could be expecting. But that's all I have. And if you've made it this far, just know I appreciate all 4 of you guys. And let's continue supporting the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. All the nice things we're going to be talking about in terms of our local football. This is your boy, Mshini. Signing out.